good morning, my beautiful people. It's Andy Castro here with Munchters, and I'm here in beautiful Koh Samet. While I was here, I thought, let me help out my peoples and give you my top 4 tips for Koh Samet. Let's check it out. Number 1, bring a passport. Bring a passport because if you want to ride a bike, and you definitely should ride a bike here in Koh Samet, you need to bring your passport. No passport, no bike. No money, no honey. Something like that. I recommend you ride a bike because it's such a good way to see the island. Also, I recommend it because the roads are not that bad. They're quite smooth and well looked after. It's quite safe to ride around. I even feel confident sometimes to ride with no helmet. I mean, it's beautiful. It's just like over, under. It's like when you watch those episodes of Top Gear on those crazy roads, you know, just going like this, but in a really nice way. You know, you never go above like 30 k's anyways. So ride a bike, and to get a bike, bring your passport. Just on the topics of bikes, let me explain to you some real quick. Now, see this ground, this gravel? You may encounter this type of road sometimes. It's completely just not developed. It's not even a road really, it's just like a dirt road. When you're coming down, don't use the front brakes, alright? Because that's the one that slips, but just clamp onto the back brakes, okay, when you're coming down. Now when you're going up, you gotta give it a bit of the beans, alright? Make sure you're not going slow, because slow is counterproductive. It's worse for you. Just give it a bit of the beans and maybe some eggs, alright? Just make sure you know you're good enough to get up there, alright? It helps out the situation, believe me. And be careful. Now, picking a bike, which bike do I get? There are just so many. Well, my recommendation, and by the way, I don't get paid by Honda, but get the Honda Click 125, the one, this baby that I got right here. You know, it's got that little oomph to get you out of the hard places, alright? It helps, it really does. It's a beast for its size, and you know, when you're riding it, it's just like a cloud. You're just gliding like zoom, zoom like this. I mean, you feel so light, like a baby, and you just ride with ease. Now see, what not to get is something like this. See, the Moove. It's you know, it'll probably move you in the wrong direction if you're in a hard spot. Yeah, you don't have the oomph that I'm talking about with that one. What else not to get? Well, here we have the Zoom, or the Zoom X. You're gonna zoom nowhere, basically. This is no power. The tires are short and fat, and you know, you end up like wobbling side to side when you ride this thing. It's just not good. And the funny thing is about all these bikes is they're all the same price. I mean, your standard price here in Koh Samet is 300 baht. So, you know, why would you get, you know, one of these bikes unless you have to, really, unless the Click is unavailable for some reason, which is very unlikely because there's so many bikes to rent around here. So get the Honda Click, do the right thing. Sit down, be humble. Tip number 2, as I'm at this beautiful scenic area, is bring a flashlight. I don't mean like bring a, like a physical flashlight. I mean, have a flashlight on you, right? It's the 21st century. Come on, guys. You know, we got phones these days, everyone has a phone, so use the one on your phone. And especially for the iPhone, you need an app, so make sure you download that one before you come. You know, you don't want to be caught out in the dark at nighttime, you know, paranoid that there's some panther following you or something. Even though there's no panthers here, I don't know, your mind starts to get a bit paranoid, starts to race, and you start to get worried, and you don't know what's going out, so don't get caught out in the dark. Alright? Even though Koh Samet is one of the more developed commercial islands, you still get spots where, you know, there's no lights and it's dark as shit. Alright? Basically. So, have a flashlight. Tip number 3 for Koh Samet is book in advance. And this is more of a custom tip just for this island. Doesn't really relate to the other islands. Book in advance because Koh Samet is a very popular place for people getting away on the weekend from Bangkok. So the locals in Bangkok come here and they just you know, take up the whole place, and it's quite a small island really, and you know, not many places to stay in comparison to the other islands. I can't tell you how many times I wanted to come to Koh Samet, but you know, I went to get a hotel, and the only ones that were available were like 1,500 baht rooms or 2 grand, you know, and I'm just like, nah, you know, I can't do that one, you know, it's not my style, right? I just like my cheapy places, you know, chuck my bag there, and I'm out for the whole day. Everything gets booked really quickly, so tip number 3, book in advance. As I'm at yet another beautiful viewpoint here in Koh Samet, I'm here with ultimately the last piece of advice, tip number 4. Just be careful. Be careful with everything. You know, it's like a getaway from civilization almost, really. So that means that everything is different. The roads, the pathways that you walk on, the air that you breathe. It's something that is not the norm in our daily lives. So there's an air of carefulness needed with every little thing you do. As I'm talking to you, there's like ants going all over my toes right now, and I don't even know if they're fire ants or not. It's just, you know, something that you have to check. It's like every little step you take, just, you know, gotta be aware. General, all round, be careful. That's my top 4 tips for Koh Samet. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you want to see the video of my munching tour here in Koh Samet, you got the link in the description down below. If you like what you watch, subscribe, hit the like button. See you next time. Andy Castro for Munch Tours out.